Chemical safety. Hello everyone, welcome to our training session on chemical safety. Whether you are working on pipeline installations, road construction, or building projects, it's essential to understand the chemicals you might encounter on site. Chemicals can pose significant risks to your health and safety, especially during tasks like welding or hot jobs. In this session, we'll cover how chemicals can affect you, the signs to watch out for, and how to stay safe while handling them. Types of chemicals you may encounter on work site. On a construction site, you'll encounter a variety of chemicals, including asbestos, found in older buildings, particularly insulation materials. Cement and concrete additives, these chemicals can irritate your skin and lungs. Solvents and paints, often used for finishing and cleaning, they can emit harmful fumes. Welding fumes contain hazardous metals such as cadmium and lead. Pesticides and herbicides, used for site maintenance and may be toxic. Understanding the chemicals around you is the first step toward staying safe. Routes of chemical exposure. Chemicals can enter your body in several ways, and it's important to understand these routes of exposure so you can take the necessary precautions. Inhalation, breathing in chemical vapors, gases, or dust. This is one of the most common ways chemicals enter your body, especially during welding or when using solvents. Skin contact chemicals can be absorbed through your skin, causing irritation or burns. Wear gloves and protective clothing to minimize this risk. Ingestion, accidentally swallowing chemicals, often through contamination of hands, food, or water. Always wash your hands before eating or drinking, especially after handling chemicals. Eye contact chemicals splashing into your eyes can cause burns or permanent damage. Always wear safety goggles or face shields when working with chemicals. Acute and chronic effects of chemical exposure. When working with chemicals, it's crucial to understand the potential health effects they can cause. Chemical exposure can lead to both acute and chronic health impacts, depending on the intensity and duration of exposure. Acute effects. Acute effects occur immediately or shortly after exposure to a chemical, often due to high concentrations over a short period. Examples include skin, eyes, or respiratory tract irritation, leading to redness, coughing, or discomfort. Chronic effects. Chronic effects develop over time due to repeated or prolonged exposure to lower concentrations. Examples include long-term exposure to dust or vapors can cause conditions like asthma or chronic bronchitis. By recognizing these acute and chronic effects, workers can better appreciate the importance of proper chemical handling, personal protective equipment, PPE, and adherence to safety protocols to protect their health and well-being. Chemical hazard signs you should recognize. To stay safe, you need to be able to recognize chemical hazard signs around the site. Skull and crossbones indicates that the substance is toxic or fatal if swallowed or inhaled. Flame shows that the chemical is flammable or self-heating. Exclamation mark indicates that the chemical can cause irritation, narcotic effects, or other health hazards. Corrosion indicates that the chemical can cause damage to metals or human tissue upon contact. Health hazard can cause respiratory issues, reproductive problems, or cancer. These signs are used on containers and around areas where hazardous chemicals are used, so always be on the lookout for them. NFPA Diamond Quick Hazard Identification. The NFPA diamond is a system used to quickly communicate the hazards of a substance. It's a colored diamond with 4 sections. Blue, health hazard ranges from 0, no hazard, to 4, severe hazard. A4 means serious health effects. Red, flammability ranges from 0, will not burn, to 4, highly flammable. Yellow, instability ranges from 0, stable, to 4, explosive or unstable. White, special hazard can include specific warnings like acid or corrosive material. Familiarize yourself with the NFPA diamonds on chemical containers and ensure you understand the risk levels before working with the substance. Understanding Material Safety Data Sheets (MSDS). Every chemical you work with should come with a Material Safety Data Sheet (MSDS). The MSDS provides essential information on how to handle the chemical safely. It includes chemical identification, the name of the chemical and its hazards. Composition, what the chemical is made of and any potential dangerous substances. First aid measures, what to do if you are exposed to the chemical. Firefighting measures, how to put out a fire caused by the chemical. Accidental release measures, steps to take in case of a spill or leak. Exposure control and PPE, the protective gear you need to wear. Always read the MSDS before handling any chemicals to understand the risks and how to stay safe. Special considerations for welding and hot jobs. Welding and hot work introduce unique chemical hazards. When you are performing these tasks, remember to welding fumes. These can contain metals like cadmium, chromium, and lead, which can harm your lungs and overall health. Always work in a well-ventilated area and use appropriate respiratory protection. Flammable chemicals. Welding generates heat and sparks, which can ignite chemicals nearby. Always ensure that there are no flammable substances around and that fire extinguishers are easily accessible. PP for hot jobs. For welding, wear flame-resistant clothing, gloves, and helmets to protect yourself from burns and exposure to harmful fumes. Best practices for handling chemicals. Here are some essential safety practices when handling chemicals. Know the risks. Familiarize yourself with the chemicals you are working with by reading the labels and MSDS. Wear the correct PPE. Always use gloves, goggles, respirators, and protective clothing when handling chemicals. Proper storage. Store chemicals according to their labels and never near heat or open flames. Ventilation. Ensure that work areas, especially for welding and hot jobs, are well ventilated. Spill response. If a chemical spill occurs, inform your supervisor immediately. Use spill kits and follow the emergency procedures in the MSDS. Emergency procedures for chemical exposure. In case of chemical exposure, here's what you need to do. Skin contact. Wash the affected area with water immediately for at least 15 minutes. Eye contact. Rinse your eyes with water or use an eye wash station for at least 15 minutes. Inhalation. Move to fresh air immediately and seek medical help if necessary. Ingestion. Do not induce vomiting. Call emergency services immediately and follow their instructions. Remember to report all incidents of exposure to your supervisor and seek medical attention if needed. Let's summarize what we've learned. Chemical safety is a shared responsibility. By understanding the chemicals around you, recognizing hazard signs, knowing how to protect yourself, and understanding emergency procedures, you can work safely. Always follow the guidelines, wear your PPE, and stay alert. If you have any questions about chemical safety or need additional information, speak to your supervisor. Stay safe and take care of yourself and your colleagues. Remember, chemical safety is essential on every construction site. Stay informed, stay protected, and let's work together to ensure a safe work environment.
This is all about today's topic. Thanks for watching Phani EHS Info. And don't forget to subscribe our channel to get immediate notification of our videos. Share our videos to your friends and colleagues to create safety awareness. If you have any questions and requirements, please comment in comment box.